Sorry about that. I'm back. Thank you guys for coming over. I didn't get a chance to share it everywhere, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give people a chance to get here. Hopefully, that I want people to come up on the panel. So, Amir, can you write in the comment section, in the comments, that people can come up on the panel if they want? I should have put it in the other thing, in the banner, but I need to fix that too. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. But yeah, I want to talk about Justin and Blake, and I want to give my opinion. I want to listen to the Candace thing because she explains what happens today pretty well. I'm going to play it off my phone because I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, I don't want to steal her content. I don't know, or have to keep stopping. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm going to play it on there because I have to keep stopping it. But I want to be able to share this real quick because I know he'll probably give you guys a chance to do it. I do want to talk about it. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I don't know if people agree with me or not, but like I just feel like it wasn't. It just didn't. This wasn't started by Justin. I mean by Justin, I mean Ryan. Definitely not. I feel like I said, he was manipulated by her completely, and like just to do all the things they did, it just blows my mind that everybody thinks that like he. I don't know. I can't believe that she would actually go as far as to have that letter read. That letter was wild. I'm going to replay it for you guys. Let you re-listen to it. Oh wow! Some people didn't want me to send them messages. That's nice. Share. I'm just sharing it to Instagram because Instagram is on. Instagram. My Instagram. Where am I? There I am. Okay. I didn't turn it on. Did I? Instagram. Okay, it's on. StreamYard. Okay. And I shared it to a couple of people. We shared more Instagram. Hi guys, can you guys hear me okay? Please tell me you can hear me okay. Okay, it's that on there. Oh, I didn't put my okay. Right, open panel. Namir, did you send this to anybody by any chance? On or share it on our stories? I have to do that real quick too. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Dustin, if anybody comes in, please keep them busy or keep talking and tell them what we're doing. What we're doing in the live today, so everybody knows in the comment section, please. Why I'm sitting there sharing this and everything. I need to talk about this. This didn't start. This didn't start. I'm just saying. This is a pips for Instagram. So yeah. Anyway, oh crap! Let me just introduce myself to the people that are literally watching on TikTok. I'm Reality. If you haven't noticed, I'm Reality of Krista Marie. This is the Who Started You podcast, and I usually talk about housewives, franchises, and reality TV that's on Bravo and pop culture news. I really never talk about this stuff, but I'm so obsessed with this case, and I want to have a discussion about it if anybody wants to come up and talk about it. So that is what I don't even. So I don't feel like a crazy person. Hey, Dustin. Cool. Yeah, anybody that's watching this and paying attention to what happened today, that's why I went up on the panel. And we'll talk one at a time. I don't know if anybody's gonna actually come up or not, but and then share this again. I don't want to share it. How do I share this again? Crap. Sorry guys. I'm so slow at this stuff. I wish I had like no, I won't turn them on. I wish I had all right, I'm not trying two things at once. I wish I could do this with like a one little like tap. The reason it doesn't do it, I don't know why I can't do it. It probably is a way to do this. To share it all once. I can't. I put everybody in a chat, but then that didn't work either. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing one by one. I missed them. Yeah, I'm gonna play that stuff again. Sorry, I sent that to you. Oops. Dustin, you're getting it again. Sorry. All right, that's it. I think. I don't know. I hope everybody got some. Try to share it real quick on Instagram, like like we always, Manny, definitely. Okay. I was there. Gosh, a lot of people. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Oh, wow. Ooh, I don't want her. Sorry, I'm not being mean. I just was inviting people I didn't mean to invite. Okay, yeah, I think we're done there. Okay. Well, hopefully people see. Oh, I didn't put my stories. Okay, one last one. One last one. Stories. All right. I should have my sister do this one. Now open panel. Please join. I feel like a crazy person. What's the link? Link. Where are you? Guys, I'm coming. Sorry, please don't come over here. I'm not doing that query. Come over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my God, there's so many people fucking here. Oh, sorry, I just cursed. Okay, shared. Oh my God, how did that happen? Okay. I'm not mad. Okay, so, what does that say? Dustin, who am I covering? Are you reading it? You don't read the look what's behind me. Look at the thumbnail. The last thing I wanted to do. I think that's it. Oh my God, I think that's it. I forgot to do something else. All right. Oh, pull up the stuff about it. Pull up the information. I'm going to play it on there, but I'll read it from here. All right, never mind. All right, so I'm covering Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and Ryan Reynolds and the entire thing. I know if anybody has been keeping up with it, there have been allegations and stuff in court and new amended charges or allegations against all of them, and amended things where, like, you know, Justin's defending everything that that he was alleged to do. And when this all started, it didn't make sense to me. Let me take a drink real quick because my throat's, and my EpiPen too. Make sure I have my EpiPen right there. I really was like, okay. All right, Dustin, I'll drop the link in 1 second. And then we'll talk about this, because the thing that came out this morning, that letter, I cannot believe the people would have the balls. Now, that letter was drawn up a long time ago. It was drawn up in the middle of them trying to cover their asses, you know, for Justin Baldoni and his Wayfair to write a letter. And now Candace is going to read it, because I like Candace Owens. And I hope I don't get in trouble for playing her stuff, but she's the only one I know, well, besides Zach, that covers it, that doesn't have a live chat, that she doesn't interact. You know what I mean? She just goes through it real quick. It was the text messages. So now I want you to listen to the text messages real quick that were between Justin and Ryan, but none of them to me are alarming at all. If anything, they're disarming. Okay, they're both very disarming in it. Okay, Justin was disarming, and so was Ryan. And the fact that he wanted to be with his wife, or, you know, move the production closer. There's a lot of Hollywood couples that do that. That literally, they won't spend more than 2 weeks apart. They just make it a rule. Let me make my banner bigger too. You know, they make it a rule, and it's like, I don't see what was alarming about that part. It doesn't make him seem like a psycho to me. What makes him seem like a psycho is his lying ass wife, who I think it went to the Amber Heard school of you know, I don't think that's school of life, a marriage, you know, the whole thing. Overlay? No. What's up? Is an overlay behind me? So it doesn't cover us. Okay. What is wrong with what? Am I like, I'm missing something here? What the hell? Oh, add background, sorry. Okay. His lying ass wife is what I call her. This is taking too long. What are you talking about taking too long? Oh. Literally, let me add the background. I don't understand what's happening. Add file. There we go. Not taking too long. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to make it. There we go. I think. It's just the same one, I think. Okay. It's annoying looking. Oh, well. Okay, guys. Jamie. Hey, James. Oh my God. Hi. How are you? I'm amazing. And I've been thinking about you, and I definitely want to talk to you. This is cool. I'm glad. I don't know if you're joining the watch to listen to this, but I am flabbergasted by this Amber Heard School of Life Blake Lively thing, because I do believe whatever was going on there, the fact that she has done this, and I am blaming her. I don't blame Ryan for any of this. This is my problem, my opinion. After hearing these text messages, the disarming text messages between Ryan and Justin, I don't think that this started out Ryan being a jealous person. I said what I believe is, just like Amber Heard, Blake manipulated and probably gaslit the hell out of her husband and turned him into this jealous ass monster, because she probably fell for Justin. I don't know, but the lies she's telling everybody else are the same lies I'm sure she's telling him. And he believed it, because if he didn't, I do not believe that Ryan Reynolds just comes out of the blue, out of the woodwork, and turns into this lying, accusing, jealous monster that wants to ruin another man's career. Another man's career. Do you know how horrible that looks for him? If this isn't true, like, well, that's not true. I mean, they have proof of everything she said is a lie. It's manipulated. It's rewrote. It's just out of context. It's lies. Some of it just straight out lies. Timeline lies. And I keep forgetting to mention the Post. Like those women. To me, the smear campaign thing, that's awful. We know that we've been through that with Jersey. Like I hate the one thing I hate the most is a snake. And some kind of snake like that. And they were starting to. I don't understand. They wanted to literally use ruin Justin and Wayfair's reputation to save hers when she's the one who fucked it up. And she put him through hell for the movie. That's what blows my mind. And for them to actually write this letter and Ryan to write that letter, I need him to speak up. I want to hear what he has to say now. Now that you've seen that your wife is fucking lying to you, I don't think he's abusive. I don't think that he's jealous. I think that what happened was, again, his wife went home and said, this is crazy to me. Did she just sit down one day and say, this is what's going on and lay down all these things that went on? Like, because again, if you have all this, what you alleged in the lawsuit, why'd you go back to filming after 2020, after COVID? You had a list of demands that were like, you say, basically what you had put in the allegations, all that is what you put down. Saying that, no naked women on set, or I'm sorry, no pictures of porn, stuff like that. You guys know what I mean. I forget all of them, but like, it's just all the demands. They had 17 of them. And then there was actually 32 in the lawsuit. They're like, that never happened. And he's like, literally, we was willing to just let this movie play, let her go on their way. He goes on his way and just give her what she wants to let the movie go and just move on with his life. He said, I did not want to open this can of worms where she's going to look like a whole ass fucking liar. But the fact that she's calling me a sexual predator, I have a wife and kids, and everything you say lives on the internet forever and ever and ever. People will look this up and think this about him for the rest of his goddamn life. And they'll wonder what really happened. Did he really do this or not? You know what I mean? It's going to put doubt in people's heads, and that's what they wanted, and that's sick. Because even if the truth is out here, some people maybe just like choose not to look at it. I don't know. Choose to just, I don't know who the heck would choose Ryan or Blake at this. Like, that's what I want. I want a panel right now of people that come up here and explain to me why anybody would ever think that this is Justin Baldoni's fault. Or that Blake's actually lying. And I don't know, somehow we're not seeing these text messages that show the truth. I don't know. If there's something else I'm not seeing or anybody else is seeing, that's what the panel for. So, everything's one, right? I don't really expect it. Hey, Bravo, content creator. I don't know if you guys, so anybody that's, let me welcome everybody on TikTok. That's 400 people on TikTok. There's 300 people watching us going through on the live on TikTok. I'm live on all 5 platforms right now. So that's why there's many people. I have Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I forget, all 5. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. All the Facebooks. And I'm also on all the podcast platforms. Every episode of Whose Side Are You On podcast that talks about Housewives feuds all week and does recaps is always on all Spotify, Apple, and all your podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple are the ones where you do the ratings. Please rate me 5 stars. I would really appreciate it. You don't have to. That's all I ask. I don't ask for any money. I get paid regardless. I need 5 stars ratings. If you have a bad review, if you don't like me and you don't want to rate me, that's fine. You can leave me a review. I take all constructive criticism. If you're listening to this just on the audio side, and please don't get offended if you hear me talking to myself. I have a live chat going, so when I do these episodes, I record them live. And sorry if I'm talking too fast. I just say this freaking day. I have to say this. Everything I say is alleged, and I'm a crazy person, so I make up fantasy stories. So yeah, everything I say is just crazy because I'm a crazy person. But you can believe it with your own eyes. I mean, I'm just reporting what I'm seeing, and I'm going to report my opinions and what I think is. I'm a crazy person, and don't listen to me. Do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. So yeah, Dustin, I'm going to pull you up, please. If you keep your avatar up, because if you move around, it makes me so dizzy and I get very distracted. And Manny, hey, I'm going to put the chat in because Manny, I still have the same question I had the other night. Okay, no, if I'm going to put the link in here. I'm going to explain what I want to talk about, because I really, really, really need a different opinion. Or I need somebody to tell me what not share screen. Tell me why this doesn't look like this started with Blake lying to her husband. turning Ryan. I keep thinking Ryan. I'm saying after seeing these messages, I do not believe that Ryan started out being a jealous ass monster. It shows it right there that he isn't. The fact that he wants to be with his wife, well, we'll listen to it. I don't blame him. Like, a lot of couples don't want to spend more than 2 weeks apart. They have like I said, Nicole Kidman and her husband, Keith Urban, have a rule that they don't travel. They're going to do any kind of, hey, Tony B, any kind of traveling or be apart. They don't be apart for 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks. Again, they also have a brand new baby. Remember that. She just had a baby. It's Ryan. And he's, of course he wants to be, if you can rearrange it. To me, this is very disarming, not alarming. I believe that this is a disarming. In the very beginning, there's messages. And what happened from then to where we go, this letter where they want him to read this letter that takes the blame them and basically destroys their character just to save hers. And that's the letter. And I'll have Candace read it because I hope she doesn't go around telling people I stole her content. She just explains it better than me. She can read it for, So the messages, the text messages between Ryan and Justin in the very beginning. Now this is after filming. Okay. He had said, I asked your number for weeks. So they had already been filming, right? So he's talking to Ryan and him, and they're fine. So she said this started in the very beginning. So again, this didn't start with Ryan being a jealous monster. And anybody that I kept asking Manny the other night, you guys, without laughing at me and just letting me speak and answering we have a conversation back and forth where we just get one question at a time. What make anybody know after you see these messages, you're going to tell me that you still think Ryan Reynolds somehow is this monster that is this jealous, crazy monster that made her lie, and this started with him? Obviously, it started with Blake because she said this all started from day one, and then you have Ryan talking to him in the middle of filming or in the middle of something or before filming. I don't know, whatever they start before they start production, whatever. And he's like, if you can move the time, blah blah blah, if you can move the dates, whatever, that's fine. Congrats on the success of your channel. You're getting it. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're talking to Manny. I'm like, who's what? Huh? I know Manny's awesome. Again, Manny can say things it takes me hours to explain something, and Manny can say it in 20 minutes. Or however long you're everybody please subscribe to Manny's channel. Can you put it in there for me? Manuel. He is, where's he at? He is really good at he's actually our lawyer, the resident lawyer here. He's send it to Manny t-shirts I'm gonna make. Remember saying it, send it to Daryl. Well, when Manny went to law school or was going to law school, I was like, I gotta make merch to send it to Manny. I made a couple different designs. I just didn't make them up yet. I was waiting for him to I was gonna put your law school, whatever law school you would go to, I was gonna put the name of that on the t-shirt too for you to sell them. But whenever you decide where you're going. Hey, Dustin. Hey,
Krista. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I gotta get my headphones on. Hold on just a minute.
All right, you sound great though. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Now, so you've been keeping up with this, right?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with this for the last couple of days now.
Okay. Now, this thing that came out this morning, right? The amendment. Now, these text messages, I believe, I'll have Candace read it for you guys just in case, because I just want you. I believe that they're very disarming, and however long it took. I don't know, for her to start making. I don't know. She obviously, now let's say she says this all started in the beginning, right? But
yeah, it all started in the beginning. Yeah,
he says, but before this, after months of knowing them, he's like, "Oh, I finally got your number." Blake finally gave me your number. So the thing is, they've been trying. They weren't even in contact, and Ryan was still fine with Justin. So it's she's like, I don't know. All of a sudden, at the end of this post-production, that's when she decides all these things were going on. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it was post-production. I think everything was going on post-production, but I think that I honestly, I can't wait to see how it goes along, because it's getting more interesting as it goes along. So
doesn't she remind you of Amber Heard?
Yes.
Everything, it's so. I'm like, oh my god!
Everything that I see going on with this case, it reminds me so much of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. It's like a repeat of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case.
Yeah, it's such a repeat. It's like, oh my god, there's another one. They made two of them.
Hi,
Like,
Emmanuel.
I know there's other people that are like her, but like that the fact that this is an actress that she's doing this again to another famous actor or somebody that could ruin somebody else's career, like she did with Johnny Depp, is crazy. Like, and like Amber did, like just to save her career. It's like, what? You want him to ruin his to save yours when you fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the part I'm like free. I'm like, guys, come on now. Like, I don't believe that Ryan would do this to just act because he's jealous.
I don't believe a word of it.
Right. Not to steal the movie.
I think that he's innocent. I think everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Well, he's already been proven innocent because the text messages and everything that's coming out, all the proof.
Okay, so he's already innocent.
We have receipts, proof, and timelines. Okay, especially time. Oh man, I gotta put that on the thumbnail. Yeah, receipts, proof, timelines, because the receipts and the proof, they prove the timeline of when they were literally the what was it? The New York Post was starting all the way back before to ruin his career. Like, oh god, this is crazy. Trying to smear him, I guess what it was. They lied. They actually lied. Like, all right, so let me just play the kid. That part I can't even believe they haven't settled yet. Especially with the metadata. Like, how can
I think this case should have been settled on day one.
Well, it's not. I mean, I don't think she has it in her. Just like freaking Amber took at the trial, she does not have it in her to like admit that she. I don't know how because the proof isn't right. I don't know how she spins. This is the thing. I need them to speak.
But the proof is in the pudding, Crystal.
I know.
Have you heard about that word before? The proof is in the pudding.
Yep, exactly.
So I think that she should have been already settled this case.
Well, I wish time ago. Like talk, like you. What are you going to say something for yourselves? Like, are you going to say that that's? I don't know. How can they debunk? But I don't know how they can deny.
Why would she take it? My question is to you. Why would she take it to trial? Because
I don't know.
Because there isn't no reason for her to take it to trial because the proof has already been put out there.
I know, but I think some people are just that. That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't they making any kind of a statement right now? They're literally trying to get it all taken off the internet. They're allowed to do. They started this. They wanted social media to find out about this by sending to the New York Times, letting a story get leaked, whatever. Okay.
I mean, it's just sad to me because.
Yeah, it really is.
I see that. I can see the proof. I feel that. You know, I seen the proof. I could sit here and vouch, but I think the case had already been over a long time ago. But it's not happening that way.
I know, and it's like, are they going to get on the stand? Like, I mean, is Ryan going to? I want to know, like, what? I don't know. I don't understand what they could say.
And I don't know. I don't know what this trial brings for the show.
The movie is already flopped.
The movie, I don't know what it brings. Oh, it's already flopped. Then it don't bring nothing. Okay, if it's already flopped, it don't bring nothing there. That's just like.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let me replay the text messages first, real quick. So let Candace read them, and then we'll talk about it because I want everybody that's listening right now just to hear what I hear, to see what we saw this morning. Again, this goes along with all the other receipts, proof, and timelines, but this is important timeline. Well, the metadata is important timeline-wise to prove that like they lied. They literally lied, and I don't know why they think I don't know how. I wish they would now make a statement about this, but I guess not. They're just going to keep saying that they're guilty, they're innocent. I don't understand the allegations against him, but like we've got proof that they're. I don't know. It blows my mind. What blows my mind more is the letter. The freaking letter. The hell? I can't even. Who in their right mind would write that letter and think that that's okay? We're not going to freaking tell everybody it's our fault, destroy ourselves for you after you fucked our lives all. Like, no. Like, please speak. Like, I need to know what's going on in your brain. Like, this is fascinating to me that these people are this fucked up. Let me play this real quick. Sorry. Candace Owens. This is Candace Owens. She has a podcast on YouTube. She has 3.9 million followers. She's very picky about her content. So I'm not trying to steal it. This is all her content. Actually, she just got it from other people. This is just, she explains it very well. She reads it very well. I also have that bad grammar. So let her read the text messages real quick between these two that I think are very disarming and not alarming. Okay. Showing that Ryan has no signs of any of the things that he's showing us now after the fact, after his wife lied to him. Okay. After. All right. We're going to get to this now. Sorry.
Who was Justin Baldoni's
this is, I don't care about this. I mean, you guys might care, but I don't really give a fuck.
Co-host on their podcast, Man Enough. The same.
Okay. We'll get to
Shameless plank that
no, stop it. Okay. She's funny.
Scripts. I am going to invest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making fun of you, right? I'm going to put myself in the end credits. Like, this is like psychotic behavior, okay? Going back to what they said was mentioned at this.
The love interest and the man trying to replace my sweet little gummy.
This is alarming. It's
And how big of an ass that is.
I want
But the perineum is one of.
Hold on, sorry. Okay. She's funny.
And how big of an ass that is.
It's crazy. But she blames and starts at she thinks Ryan's always like this. I don't. This is. I don't think it's something on about Ryan, but
in perineum. Okay, he pull that back up again. I would and get suspended. Well, Ryan gets to go in the UK and feel confident knowing that she's not going to see Justin Baldoni until he's back. That was just my speculation. Well, I want to go back in the bottle. The sweetest message.
Okay. I agree. Sweet message. Okay, this is
to his wife. I mean, he's being in the mouth. You'll do what I say. So I'm going to show you these exchanges. This is Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni. If you guys have not read through them, I recommend that you go on to the site to read it. He even extends like saying how wonderful Blake was because, you know, she was very nice to his wife, says that Blake sent the sweetest message to his wife. I mean, he's being so respectful, falling over himself to be respectful and to say like, hey, can we still be friends? And Ryan Reynolds then sends this text message. And he basically says like, sorry for the delay. I've been writing. The girls are sick again, whatever. It tells him essentially that he hit the jackpot with Blake Lively. She literally passes on every film and every filmmaker all the time. But the one thing I know, and I speak from a deep wellspring of experience here, having her in your court behind the scenes as a creative is invaluable. I'm certain that blank would say the same. So my suspicion is he already says Taylor Swift. Okay. They're blocking this name, and the only name that they seem to be like trying to block is Taylor Swift's throughout this. So I think right at the onset, Ryan Reynolds is throwing down some alpha male. And by alpha male, I mean extremely beta male.
Because he said, sorry for the delay. He waited so long. It took, I think, months for him to get Ryan's number. He waited a long time. Sorry for the delay. He's not jumping on anything. I don't think that. I see it differently than she does, but that's fine. That's what makes the world go around. I have a different perspective, but I'll let you guys hear it.
I have rich and powerful friends at the top. That's not a
no. Ryan's not a dick.
Confirmation, but I'm looking at the length of the strip, and it's given Taylor Swift.
She probably knows a little more than I do, but and our perspectives are different.
Swift would say the same. My wife is wonderful. Okay. Anyways, jumping back into these messages, he then moves immediately to ask Justin Baldoni to change their production dates because he's never been apart from Blake Lively so long. He basically says he tried to do it on his end. I'm paraphrasing here. You can go read it on the website. You know, I was frantically trying to address this. I was frantically trying to change this, shorten the shoot, but I can't because, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine is set in stone. They already booked the studio, but like, could you do something to try to punt this? And he ends it with this, which is funny that we're talking about like a sexual lawsuit and what's appropriate. He ends it by saying, all this to say, I'd have your line producer's face tattooed to my perineum. Okay, so that is the.
So we're talking about sexual harassment against Justin. If there's anything going on that Ryan was being made aware of, he wouldn't be saying things like this a couple months after.
Skin between Ryan's.
Okay, we don't need to go over
parts.
We know.
I don't even know how to appropriately say.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear it. Actually, I would rather
that other than perineum. Okay, he pull that back up again. I would have your producer, your line producer's face tattooed to my perineum. If he, she, or they can figure out how to start 2 weeks earlier. Completely understand how big of an ass that is, but the perineum is one of
very disarming to me. Back to Justin.
The most nervy parts of the human body to expose to trauma.
Okay.
What?
See?
I'm sorry.
I agree,
mean,
100%.
What?
So he's like, if Blake was getting sexually harassed, why would Ryan write something like that? That is basically could say, I said I would tattoo your face with my dick. That's not sexual harassment, though, right? You know what I'm saying?
So
what the fuck?
This whole long text is about like Blake is big, she's powerful. I can't be apart from her for this long.
See, that part doesn't alarm me because they had just had a baby. So I mean, like I said, other couples have had the rule that they don't stay apart more than 2 weeks, and it doesn't hurt to try.
And if you really want to make me happy, like I'm telling you, this is how you do it. Change your production schedule. I'm a big alpha here, and my studio can't do it. And Justin falls over himself, and it's like I will try to, do everything I can to make this happen. Like I just
very fucking disarming to me. And they're nice to each other. I don't see anything malicious at first.
I'm gonna be friends with you, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
This now confirms our suspicion that all of those very cringe nice pool scenes in which he was randomly referring to his female dog, Ryan in character being a funny guy. Okay, so he had the female dog, which he called dog pool. So read, this was meant to be a bitch, right? A literal bitch. He kept saying that she was looking for a new papa while he was away.
That is weird.
Okay.
See?
Let's watch that clip again so we can all really just feel.
He saw something. He saw something between Blake and Justin that Justin was not aware of. Justin did not see her in that way. And she must have been, see, this is crazy. This is all stemming from her. This Deadpool stuff, everything. Guys,
disturbed right now.
And I guess you've already met Mary Poppins, a.k.a. Dogpool. Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot, and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second, and she starts shopping for a new papa. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn. Guilty on all charges, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
It shan't happen again.
And he carried.
So that's supposed to be what? He's saying that he's basically his wife was looking for a new papa, not Justin.
That joke over by
he must have literally thought that. See,
basically saying that Blake Lively, who I think he's casting as the bitch in that scene, he carried it over to the It Ends With Us promotion, which is weird because this is a movie about domestic violence. It ends with us by again saying in a funny scene that Blake Lively was trying to replace him. Okay. And that's what made us aware, by the way. I was going, nothing in this scene is funny. Nothing in this scene makes sense. Why is he alleging that his wife is trying to place him in a skit which is promoting domestic?
Because I don't believe that he thought at this time that his wife. Oh God, like I said, from those text messages, it's very disarming. I don't think Candace is as alarming, but I do believe this did not start with Ryan. But also, the letter is fucking wild. Okay, let's get to the letter real quick. I can't. This one, I'm like,
domestic violence.
Yeah,
why
he must really fucking.
It's his mom here and Hugh Jackman
again, and I don't think that's a big deal. The fact that he had like huge, his wife is having a movie premiere. Of course, don't their closest people come to that? That's what I don't understand. A lot of people go to movie premieres. I don't think it's weird to have all those people there. You know what I mean? Because remember, she did end up getting like.
I don't think it's weird to have a lot of people at a movie premiere. That's normal for.
Yeah, so like, why would
that's normal for a movie premiere.
Hi Danielle, welcome. I was always say, if you guys are listening on the Who's 71 podcast, I'd come over here and watch the crazy live and see what I'm actually looking at. I actually am on the case. And yes, I'm making it. So I don't think that is threatening to bring those people there, but let's see.
And why do I?
But I like Candace's perspective because she really, really, really wants to blame this on Ryan. She must really not like that. She's really trying to make it like Ryan's fault. This starts with Blake.
Feel like threatened somehow when I listen to
Blake probably told somebody that he likes to. Remember, she said she's yummy.
To this script. Take a listen.
Well, it's not every day the mother-in-law of the leading lady gets to interview the love interest, and the man trying to replace my sweet little gummy bear, Ryan. Let's dive in, shall we? I don't feel very comfortable asking this question.
Nope, I got it. I'll get it. Here, I can do that. You're not going to read it. I will then. Okay, thank you very much. That's the one. It says Ryan would love to have a new dad to have a catch. And I think he could really use a man in his life.
I blame it on Blake.
Hugh is no spring chicken anymore. Blink once for yes, or blink once for I'd love to be your new dad. He blinked.
He's to me, he's still being funny. I don't know, guys. Like, why would he like do this and be malicious? Wouldn't Blake be like, babe, I'm getting these people for sexual harassment? Don't you know what I mean? Don't be. I don't know. All right, whatever you guys think about it.
He blinked.
We have different perspectives, but
Ms. Reynolds.
Call me Blake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could blow your mind, dog.
Oh man.
It's not every day a guy gets the
that was in the message.
interview
She's yummy.
the love interest of his best friend's wife.
I think that's his best friend. He deserves to be there.
The guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband, and me as his best mate.
Holy.
So listen, I've just got one question.
Again, why would they come out with all that and say that all these things are happening and then actually clown the fucking allegations of sexual harassment and shit like that?
What the hell
I
are
mean,
you
they're
doing
making a
messing
joke
with my
out of it.
best buddy's wife?
That's
Sir, I have no idea what's happening at all
Mhm.
today.
Exactly. He had no idea what was happening because she's a fucking ass liar.
In the retrospect, this is all just so scary. It feels like a
It's scary because his wife lies so much that they're joking about something, right? And then they're turning around and making it into like a very serious essay thing.
form of
Calling him he's a sexual predator.
abuse against Blake. And she's not a victim in any of this. She's totally
Well, obviously, if the dog's her, is she not also in this too? Is it the
bratty,
dog
and we've gone
of her husband? But she started it. She created it. Why would
through her messages as well.
again? I'm sorry.
But I am just saying that the fact that he doesn't want to be apart from her, and now he's inserted himself into every layer of this movie, something's very wrong here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just had a baby. I don't think anything is wrong with wanting to make it shorter amount of time to be. What are you going to do with your new babies? You know what I mean? That's not a hard ask. It's a big ask, but I don't think that's an alarming ask. To me, it's not anything indicative of him being psychotic. That's my opinion.
Well, what else did we learn from the filing? Well, we learned that at the Deadpool after party, Ryan went and found a William Morris Endeavor. Now, that's the biggest agency. Everybody's under them. That's the one that Justin Baldoni got dropped from, and told that executive that they were working with a sexual predator, referring to Justin Baldoni. It says, Lively, Reynolds, and other members of the film cast attended the premiere for Deadpool and Wolverine. And just that, just them having invited these people.
Why?
Basically, I view Ryan as like an infestation.
Well,
like that's the only way I can say.
weird. Somebody tell me how that's weird. Large, is it weird to have your best friend and your mom at the movie premiere of your wife?
It doesn't seem like it, but this is Hollywood and blink twice.
So what are you who's supposed to be there then? Who are you supposed to bring? If it's not your, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I do believe this is not anything alarming either.
Yeah, exactly. Like we always see everybody bring their mom to the award show with them, right? So if you can be there, then be there.
A lot of people go to the movie premiere, so it's like, I don't know. All right, but Candace, I'm just saying, I blame Blake for all this, but like at this point in time, nothing seems like if they're going to turn around and say he's a sexual predator, the things that they're doing right now, like, all right.
Right.
If he wants to go after you, he infests himself into every area of your life. And he did this Justin Baldoni. He's like, who are your friends? Okay. Who owns the production company? Who owns the next movie script? I am going to infest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making.
No, his wife is. They're the lying ass wife. They're one. Okay. It's not Ryan. He's doing it in lieu of his wife. I don't see anything wrong with that either. At this point, she has not made up all her lies yet. Or maybe she has. I don't know.
Fun of you, right?
Well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's doing this so far as like, I don't know. All right. Anyway, the letter is what is crazy.
I'm going to put myself in the end credits. Like this is like psychotic behavior. Okay. But going back to what they said was mentioned at this party, at the after party, Wayfarer was informed that Reynolds approached a senior executive at WME and expressed his deep disdain for Baldoni, going as far as to suggest that the agency is working with a sexual predator. Okay.
Now, why didn't they turn around and say something to Justin like, oh, he just called you a like, okay, Ryan Reynolds, where's your proof? What do you mean he's a sexual predator? Large A there. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of following Candace in her story. She's like highly obsessed. She's been going live on her Instagram about it on the weekend.
Yeah, right.
And doing a lot about it. I'm not sure about the particulars, but I love Ryan Reynolds. I hope he's not crazy.
Well, listen, he's not crazy until his wife lied with him and lied to him, okay? I don't think he's doing all this. Now, this part of the sexual predator part is bad. To me, now he knows or he believes his lying ass wife. And because we have the proof, we don't even have to actually believe anything they say. We have the proof, the receipts and the timelines. It's in writing. So it's like nobody has to actually believe anybody at this point. They could all be fucking liars. The proof is what's in the filings. Okay? So it's like everything she said is a lie. And I believe that she lied through her entire marriage probably to make him think that she's very good at manipulating, or whatever the school of life that Amber Heard goes to, that's where this chick went. Blake Lively. So like she is Amber Heard all over. I mean, it is like insanity how close and how much they're alike. The lies, the manipulation, just the way that they lie and what they lie about.
Yeah.
And how they lie about it. And how they manipulate the men in their lives to believe that they're like, I just can't believe he would ruin another man. I do not think that Ryan Reynolds would ruin another man's career the way he's trying to, unless he actually believed his lying his wife.
Right.
Now this letter, I'm like, this is banana cakes, okay? For Ryan and them to come up with this letter after Blake's fucking her reputation's
What's the letter say?
Oh my God. Oh God, it's so bad. It's so funny. It's so bad. It's fucking funny. Let me get to it. Let's say.
Right.
All right, the letter is back. Come on. Right. Here. Come on.
One thing I can say about Candace Owens, though, regardless of how polarizing she is.
Oh, I love it.
That's there was unfortunately a school power who said that recently, like 2 weeks within the last 2 weeks, there was a school power who was Black, and he said that Candace Owens is his muse for why he did it.
What?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
So there was a school pow 2 weeks ago, and it was a Black guy that did it. Before when he left, they went back, and you know how they always find the manifesto or the letter or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, in his letter, he talked about Candace Owens being his hero and his muse for why he carried out the thing.
He unalived children for Candace Owens.
He was the person who did it was he was a teenager, and the person he unalived was also a teenager.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that she can get all this information or like read the stuff. Like she can read the letter faster than I can. But our opinions are, because she wants it to be Ryan's all Ryan. And I don't see, she's so hard trying to find the connection. I think it's funny because I don't see it at all. And I feel like a crazy person. I still see this all happening because of Blake. But look at this letter in the middle after Blake's reputation's getting destroyed because of the way she's acting, you know, the premiere, everything. Listen to this letter that Wayfair, or they want Wayfair and Ryan, and Justin and Wayfair to read. Okay. And it's like, I'll just play it.
Very smart. She just wants to be rich and famous and have rich friends. Okay. And I had heard that and known that about her since my days that I was working at Glamour magazine, that she was like really mean to people, but she's like very surface. And as long as Ryan's a lot smarter than her. And
I don't think she's smart. I think that Ryan is, God, I don't know. I can't.
She therefore allows him to manipulate and control every layer of his life.
He does.
So long as she can just, be the princess, essentially. Okay. So we find out that when she starts getting bad press, and this is a perfect time for Ryan to manipulate her, in my opinion. She's like, well, he's like, probably like, babe, this can't be because you're not amazing. Look at you. You're hot. You're sexy. You're perfect. Give me your phone. I'm going to draft a statement that Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer have to read, because the public noticed that her press appearances were weird. They found her to not be deep at all. They didn't like that she was promoting her hair products. They didn't like that she was not taking the theme of domestic violence seriously. And then they found these old videos of her.
I'm going to get struck by that. I'm trying its content, whatever it's called, but it's okay. While she reads this, I'm going to take a 3-second pee break. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
They didn't believe this. So they gave them the opportunity, basically put a gun to their head and said, this is a statement that we want you to read. Essentially, Ryan demanded that Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer lie to the public to save Blake's reputation. Here's the statement that Ryan Reynolds drafted, according to this lawsuit. And the text messages show this, by the way. The emails. Statement prepared by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. It was actually Ryan Reynolds on behalf of James Heath, and Wayfarer. They wanted them to say this to us, guys. It Ends With Us was a troubled production, which we, meaning Justin and Wayfarer, take full accountability for. We are very sorry to everyone that we caused upset to privately and publicly. Blake Lively, Colleen Hoover, and the entire cast and crew led with professionalism every step of the way. Any negativity aimed at them is ours to own. We mutually agreed that the cast would be promoting the film separately and understood why. Lies! Understood why. Yeah, I guess it's not a lie because you were freaking out and threatening to do things if he was in the same room as her. We have always said that we are not perfect, and even if it unintentionally made mistakes, we will always own them. We hold ourselves accountable. It's not anyone's job but ours, and that's part of being quote unquote man enough. So that's a little Ryan dig right there. Even in the statement he was going to force him to read, making fun of Justin Baldoni and his like man enough book and podcast and all that stuff. So he's saying you need to be man enough and just say that this is all your fault that the public doesn't like my wife. We will practice what we preach. We are learning and growing from the experience, and we thank everyone for their patience as we find a better way to proceed. We are very proud of the film and the welcome arms that it has been received. Part of our work is to have uncomfortable conversations for public growth. The film is doing that on screen, and we are doing that off screen. Thank you to the cast and crew and public for the opportunity to be imperfect and to be given the space to learn and grow with humanity and dedication. So this is like why I love this lawsuit, because this is an insight to the public that everything you read is bullshit. They just lie. Like literally, we are just being.
Yes, I agree with, because that letter to me, I can't even believe people are that illogical or that's like stupid. Why would somebody ruin their career to save yours? Are you stupid? I can't fucking get it. I wish they would make a statement against what I cannot believe that this would even that they'd be that dumb. He actually really believed his wife. And then here's the proof, receipts and timelines. And literally timeline is the big thing here. And he's just like, this letter was, and he's like, you made me write this letter. I don't know. How can he not look at his wife and go, you fucking bitch. You just made me ruin this man's career because you lied. You know what I mean?
And that's why the suit is going on, because this letter happened and because some other stuff. And now the Baldoni guy put a suit against Blake for sexual harassment or something like that.
Well, she put it against him, and I don't know why she did it, but at the end of the movie, after everything's said and done, all this is going on. Ryan's she's telling him she's telling all these lies to Ryan about he's this, he's sexualized, all 32 different things, horrible things. And then find out that when they get the lawsuit, Justin's like, what the fuck? That's all manipulated timelines. All the text messages are wrong. Smear campaign. People are lying. And he's got all the proof. I mean, more proof than you could say. Everything in writing, text messages to prove that she was showing the bits and pieces of things. Like an Amber Heard situation. It's so much to go through, but it's a lot. It is so, and it's ruining Justin's career. And everybody thinks that Ryan did this. It started with Ryan. Ryan's a jealous husband. She's been in movies since he met her. He cheated on his wife. So he's never had, in the very beginning, those text messages do not come out to me as psychotic or jealous or don't you fuck with my wife. Those text messages are disarming to me. They're trying to be, they're just becoming friends. And him asking to be with his, can we shorten up or change the production time because they just had a baby. And a lot of couples in Hollywood have a rule that they don't spend more than 2 months apart or 2 weeks if they can't, you know what I mean? So why not ask, So I don't think, and if he was going to be an asshole, why would he ask for a favor?
Not everybody's pulling a Demi Moore and breastfeeding Rumor on set for 8 months.
Well, she was also doing that too. That was another thing. She would breastfeed on or pump on the set, but in her trailer. And then she would say, hey, do you want to come do the lines? I'm only in here pumping. So I don't know if it was and then he would come and they would do lines or whatever. And then she turns around and says that he was staring at her. I don't know, something sexual harassment.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, it's large. It is disgusting. And it's everything that she says in his receipts, proven timelines. That's the context behind it, the rest of the message, or, the picture or the video of how she lied. You know what I mean? The things she said happened.
I can't name one Blake lady movie that I like.
I don't even know who she was.
I like his movies a lot. Now there's Baldini guy.
Every single one.
I don't even know who he is. I don't know another movie he's been in.
Who, Ryan or Justin?
The Justin guy. What else has he been?
You know, he's new, so it's like that's a shame that like these people are trying to do.
So he's new to the scene and they're doing this.
Yes, he's very new to this directing and acting and all that. Yeah, I mean, new to us, I guess. New, not anything like that. So they have all this power, but why wouldn't they? I don't think they would try to just randomly steal a movie or steal a spotlight unless she had made them believe he was truly what he was telling this Wayfair person, his publicist. He's a sexual predator. He has disdain for him. Ryan, for fucking why? What did your wife say? We know what she said, but like he actually believes it. So she must have been a really good actress going him, he did this to me. I don't know if it was as bad as Ryan's saying, or she's alleging. Well, it's not, because we have proof or season timelines. Like now, why are you still out there saying like you're going to fight this in court when everything that you're saying is proof you're lying? And it's not like you have to believe one person or the other. You believe your own eyes. Because he's like, no, this is right here. Thank God he has everything, including mic audio. Because she said at one point he was being licking her neck and adding extra scenes in there when they were supposed to be dancing and getting real close, like doing like all this an extra kiss, and then like adding sex scenes in when they weren't supposed to be there, like literally trying to. He said that Justin's sneaking around doing all this shit as production's filming them. Oh, he like all these things he did, and when she was the problem on the set. Like it's just crazy, fucking bananas.
But for some reason, Candace
feel crazy.
Candace believes Blake.
No. She thinks they're both. She believes neither one of them. It's obviously Justin. What we're trying to figure out is, did Ryan create this or did Blake create it? Did Ryan come in as a jealous husband and go, oh my God, like oh, you're having sex scenes and like change everything on his own because he's a jealous, psychotic husband? Or does Blake Amber Heard, who went home to him every day crying, oh, this is happening, and like telling him all these things, and like, I'll just get through the movie, you know what I mean? And then at the end go, like he had to have actually believed his wife. If he thinks
and who wouldn't want to believe their fresh had my baby wife?
And why would you want to ruin another man's career if you didn't believe it? Not to steal, you're not doing it to steal a movie. Like he wasn't trying to.
She's the mother of my baby that she's breastfeeding. How dare you, dirty her up? Of course, he was going to run to her aid and defense. If that's the case. But
guess what?
I'm with you, Krista, that she must have presented in a way where he bought it as the loyal husband, and maybe he did make a couple of moves, but all of this is because of her.
Because she literally, why would other reason would he have to feel he said everything that she's saying, he believes it. And I don't know if there's more in there or not, but like the fact that it's very disarming in the beginning, they're friends in the beginning. It was a very nice message back and forth. It's long lost text. It took months for Ryan, or said it took months for Blake to give me your number, Ryan, because he wanted to be friends with Ryan while they're filming the movie and all. So he sends a long text message, and then Ryan sends one back. Sorry for the delay. He didn't jump on it and try, let me bully Justin. Let me just bully him out of the blue. He was very disarming back to him. No signs of anything there. I don't see anything nefarious right there at that point in time. Okay. The letter between that and the time that letter, they want this letter, she has said like 32 different offenses that are like basically what? Demands. She wanted all these demands. They had to go on like COVID leave or something. So after that, there's all this list of demands that have to happen. No nudity on the set, like all this weird shit. And they're like, what the fuck? Okay, fine. But then when she goes and she says at the end, this is all the things that happen. It's like, oh, you showed me your baby, your mom, you showed me your wife's porn pictures or something because she was having a water birth and it was porn. And I need a sexual, I don't know what they're called. I can't, it's so much I could go through. Like all these things she demands that like make it seem like he's dangerous, like Justin's dangerous. And there has to be these coordinators and people watching at all times. And she's like, I'm going to HR and saying that he's sexually harassing.
What? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because in productions, we always hear about if there's a bad apple, they just go get the next actor. We don't even know who this dude is. Why would they have entertained him in such a hostile environment if on top of it, he's a noob? Unless she was behind the scenes saying, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then why would she be saying it's okay if she was feeling so under threat, especially as a new mom. Like, postpartum, emotions are
Yes,
high,
yes.
hormones are high, all that stuff. It doesn't really seem, I don't know, it's a lot of far-fetchedness is happening from what you're saying, but Amber
Yeah.
Heard is definitely ringing true.
It is like I mean, the fact that like it was like her reputation, she must have felt like, because everybody, like, she didn't read the book, okay, and then everything she did to promote it, everybody was like, gross, like you are not reading the room. She knew she was getting bad press, so I don't know how that would make her, why would that make her turn around and start saying all these things like, oh, like, let's, I don't know, take the movie over.
Well, maybe because all publicity is good publicity unless it's actually bad publicity. So then you make up publicity to overshadow the bad publicity you get.
This is
And then
really
you make
bad,
yourself a victim.
well,
And then they'll feel too bad to give you bad publicity because now you're a victim of essay.
Well, know what they did? They went to they secretly went to the New York Times and allegedly, or they dropped an anonymous tip that there was a lawsuit that Blake had a lawsuit against Justin. So then the whole world would see it. So they get the story, and it's like, oh, this is why she was off at the movie Prince. This is why everything seemed weird. He's a sexual predator. Like all these things that happened in this lawsuit. It's like, wow. Like I don't like you. Wow. It's like, why would you even entertain? Like, why wouldn't you just walk the fuck away? If you were so scared, it's just crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Ryan's doing all, like, making fun of him on his movie set. This is like, they took this very seriously. Ryan added scenes in his movie for his disdain, hate for Justin. And I don't understand where the fuck it comes from. Because if you just watch him and said he's not a monster.
If his wife is filling his head, like you're saying, then that's
well, like,
why.
I mean, Christ, like probably his whole entire marriage is a big fucking lie. Like, who knows how much she's lying? Because now he's seeing how much she's lying, and I don't know why he can still back her. Is it like he's blind to the writing, to the black and white?
I think this isn't their first time in trouble either as a couple. Remember, she
got
married. She chose to get married on a plantation, like an actual
slave.
Yeah,
she was a mistress too.
Yeah, so then she got chewed up and spit out for having her wedding at the freaking plantation. And Ryan was like, she picked the spot, but I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, like she's so fucking tone deaf. I don't understand, man.
Yeah.
How did she not see the right with this? This is about domestic violence, and she turned into her hair care, her alcohol line. And I don't think there's anything wrong with Ryan bringing his best friend and his mom to the premiere. That doesn't alarm me at all. That doesn't seem bullying to me. It all seems like she's behind and like everything she's saying. I don't even know how her lawyers even still believe her, because we have but like Justin's side, they put a whole manifest. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know, was it 400 pages or something? It's the whole, all the proof and timelines are out there to see. So
wow.
So everybody,
Ryan is maybe going to tarnish his guy vibe by co-signing on his wife's bullshit, but he should have known to maybe take what she says with a grain of salt after she said, honey, I mean, a great place for us to have a wedding. Like, he really after that, I would have checked everything.
Like, think about it. Have you ever said you hated somebody to stain and then you wanted to ruin their career, you're a sexual predator? Think about it. Would you go to their bosses and say, I have such disdain, you're entertaining a sexual predator? Think about the hate you must have to feel for that person, right? So like, she had to really fucking, I mean, like, because he just met him. The text messages were right there. They were like, fine. He's on the set every day. He sees that this guy's not a dickhead to anybody. He's very accommodating to his wife. Like, so what made Ryan really believe that? Like, it's fucking bananas to me. And then all the things, the way he's acting, it's like he must have saw some text messages, because I do believe too that she fell for Justin. She's postpartum. They're filming, I think 2 months apart or something like that. I don't know, some their part. I think she fell for Justin and thought that, like, wasn't trying to do this, because she was very flirty to him. she was telling him she's yummy. The message is saying she's yummy. You should, when I sex scenes,
well,
I'm
I hope
yummy.
it wasn't like Justin Bieber's yummy.
I don't know. She said, well, I'm sorry. Something about those kissing scenes. I can be yummy or something like that. So it's like, why are you telling? That's another thing. So he's putting all these out.
So she's leading him on, it sounds like. So she's
just being flirty, and like, if he's a sexual predator, why are you saying that shit back? Like, why would you say that?
Exactly.
So he's showing the proof, like, hey, look, this is our conversations. There's nothing like that happened. This is what really was said. So she basically, he even said, I'm such a nice guy. He didn't even want to destroy her career. He didn't want to put this out there. He was going to literally just move on. But she decided to fucking put this lawsuit against him. He was like, I would have just, her career would have been, they would have talked about her. We would have moved on to the next one and forgot about her. But now he's like, I didn't want to have to do this. He's like, but Christ, like, is it my career or hers?
Right.
And Ryan had to really believe the same thing because Ryan wants to destroy his career. But like, it's like, Ryan, now you have to see that your wife fucking is a liar. And she's went to the Amber Heard School of Life. And nothing she ever says is probably true now because she just lies. Like, it just, I don't understand.
Also, a lesson that all money ain't good money. I always say that. You guys know I say it a lot. And the analogy usually comes from like a game that you're playing where you can get points, right? So dominoes, and you call it a dime if you get, 10 points. So even though you can get the 10 points, that doesn't mean it's the best move for you for the next move. You might get locked out of the game if you play that hand right now, right? So that means all money ain't good money. And it sounds like she's in a situation where she wanted to work. She's an actress. She has this rock star husband.
Yeah.
She wants to show her worth too. She just had a baby. She's trying to get back out there doing her thing. And she wants to make her own money. Right? Because she could have sat her ass at home with Ryan's money from Wolverine and Deadpool. So she could have sat her ass at home, but she decided she wanted to be all in. And then something about the costume, she went like way over budget.
It was bad. Everything she did was so awful. They are so accommodating to her. And it was like so annoying. It was hard to work with.
Yeah, it sounds like she maybe came back too soon or something, or she should have walked away. If it was so much money, such a headache, the man is ogling your freaking milk-laden breasts, sexualizing your act of motherhood, and you tolerated that shit? Like, you still went around that every day for a paycheck? Really, bitch? Like, okay. Like, I'm not sure how everything works in Hollywood, but I'm pretty sure there's a department in real time before you take it home to your husband.
There is an apartment, Margie.
Sorry.
No worries, that they would have been able to, help you on set, especially if, as a woman these days with Me Too, post Harvey Weinstein, if this was really something that was, and I do believe women, but you have really good points. I don't know the whole story, but just based off what you're saying and what I do know so far, it feels and sounds accurate that she was the one on set. So she's the only one able to convey to Ryan the turmoil and angst put upon her on set, thereby having him react as your husband, your protector, your person. Let's write this letter to have him take accountability and let's move on, babe. But no, this and this. We need 400 pages to besmirch his name now, because now you got us looking stupid, dude. Now you have me, Wolverine, Deadpool, looking stupid behind old Amber Heard 2.0.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now I'm just going to either have to be balls to the wall, all in, and somebody's going to have to rid me of this demon, or everything's going to blow up and people are still going to find out the truth. But I'm going to play this role until I can.
The thing is crazy. Is like the truth is already out there. It doesn't. If it could go to court, but like we all know, they're so worried about their reputation. But we've seen the truth. We don't even need it. I hope he gets a lot of money. Somebody said he might get that $500 million because of how damaging and destructive this has been for him. Like I honestly think he doesn't want the money. He wanted the truth out there. Just like Johnny Depp didn't want the money. He wanted his fucking truth, his reputation.
Yeah, he wanted his freaking name back. He wanted to be,
because they destroyed him. I guess everybody did believe the woman. Everybody did believe her at first.
We did almost believe that bitch, didn't we?
Yep.
We almost believed her.
We thought he was all these things, but then things don't add up. Why would you say?
No way. 21 Jump Street did what? I was very upset with Captain Sparrow. Oh my gosh. And then when it came out that she was all of the Fugazi, and it was basically like the lady who Emmett Till, where she just like cried wolf and lied all the way through court.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And was willing to like all the way through court lie.
Yes. Listen, Jen Shaw lied all the way up until the proof came out too. Everybody knew. It's like I don't understand. It's like at this point she's done. I mean, I don't know. They should settle. They won't settle because again, it's like I don't know. Going either way, it's fucked. I don't know how. I wish they would say something because I don't know why they would still. To me, it's not logical to keep going because it's just going to literally you're going to end up having to pay a lot of money if you take this to court. I would just settle, but I don't know. Think they can. I mean, like I wouldn't even settle. I'd be like, nah, I got it. But Justin, as long as this is going, he can keep putting out. I don't know if this is everything. It's like a lot. There's the whole file that they dropped on here, and it's every goddamn. It's just everything proven. Just even if you just want to see context behind things, or just get a perception of something that's not, and it's not a fact, just by reading the way they spoke back to each other back and forth doesn't make sense. Like, oh, you thought this of them, but you're telling them that you're yummy. Like, yeah. So now he has to put all the shit out there, you liar. Because you made him look like the sexual predator and that like the movie was yummy. And literally, why would Ryan Reynolds again? Like my hope is Ryan Reynolds just wakes up one day and decides he's going to believe his wife to destroy another man's career out of the blue.
Just going to go all ham on the hotter version of his young self.
Literally make scenes in his movie about it and his mom and like. So you really hate Justin a bit. I mean, he deserves that money because she had to have lied so bad.
PR. Could this all be PR for a horrible movie? So they know it's bad, right? And
well, it already was bad anyway. The movie failed because it was her cut. Her cut went out. The movie was an epic fail because of her. Because they decided to use her cut instead of his, which is weird to me. And I want to see his version. There's 2 versions of it. They put hers out first and it flopped. And so it's like she not only did that happen, now she's a whole ass fucking liar and her moral compass is gone and the whole world knows it. Yeah. Because that's what the biggest thing they were trying to do was protect her try to protect her. So now how's it feel, bitch? Now how's your reputation for you? You tried to kill. He's got a wife and kids, and you're sitting there saying he could lost everything. He did lose his fucking I think Wayfair did fire him or dropped him as an agent or whatever they are. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that. That's so awful. Like, I can't even for somebody to do that to you. Like, wow, bitch, wow. Like, I would want to. I'm an evil person, I guess. I don't know, because to me, that's the shit that I can't stand. Like, this is my pet peeve when people fucking do that shit. You went around my fucking ass and said all this shit about this. Not true, but at the time, you're not saying shit to me, and now you're gonna sneak around and try to steal my fucking life from me and ruin my life. Just to protect yours, that shit would. Oh wow, like yeah, that 400 million is. And again, Ryan Reynolds is. I wish they would just make a fucking statement because how can you literally say anything else after this, especially after all these messages and all these proofs? Like, what do you have to say for yourselves? I can't believe you'd actually still even say that. Like, this is that these things happened when they didn't. Like, I don't understand. I'm just so confused. But I wish they would say something because I don't know what defense they have now. Like the whole world knows now that like everything you said, basically, if I mean, I don't know how anybody could see it any other way than what, they have out there. It's just to literally put it next to what she said happened and what really happened. It's like, oh my God, you are living. Isn't it like a different reality, Dustin? It's a completely different reality. Really, it is.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's a different. It's a
from his different. And what her, like what she said and what we see. It's like she's in a different fucking world. So is he.
It's
I don't understand.
Everything. It doesn't match.
None.
It doesn't. None of it matches up to me, and I think that
and everybody does. Everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I don't think that. I don't think it doesn't match up to me. To anybody, it doesn't match up to me. I know it doesn't match up to anybody that's on the panel or listening here, but I think that the best thing for them to do is to settle this case, and don't take it to court. They're going to do whatever they want to with it, but my opinion, why spend the rest of the money to take it to court? Because I know they're going to do it.
I think they believe themselves. I don't know.
I know they're going to do it, but to me,
crazy.
The writing is on the wall.
It's everywhere. My God, how could she knew that this stuff was out there? How could she even? I don't know how they thought they'd get away with doctoring text messages and stuff. Like, what did you think? Do you think he wasn't going to have their old one? I'm like, You really thought that you would get away with things that are already, like, I don't know. She doctored text messages larger. She cut things out of things. She like, she said porn was larger. It's like, it is so, oh my God, it's a different reality. It's not even her perception and her lies are so wild.
PR. If she altered evidence and
oh my God, larger, yes. She cut off all kinds. Oh, she did all kinds of doctoring.
PR. This has to be
no,
PR.
no, because this is really fucking bad. Like the PR doesn't, and they're not PR for what now? The movie's already out. It's done. It's flopped. It's not out anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just look like complete. I think Ryan would probably, if I were him, I would never work for her again. Who's ever going to work with her again? Who would ever work for him again? Nobody. Right. So why would they destroy themselves over this? This is life destroying. This isn't like, you know, let's just get some press. This is destroying lives. Like their lives are going to be ruined.
Like the people are really, really affected.
It's really, really bad. The whole crew is fucked up. The Wayfarer is in trouble. The New York Times are in trouble because they doctored shit and lied metadata. The content creators figured out the metadata about the dates and the times. They fucked up dates and times too. They doctored dates and times. Well, there's metadata, and the content creators like, oh my God, that they fucked those times up, and went to them and showed them, and that's why this got amended, because we, the content creators, figured out that they lied about timelines, about times.
No way.
Yes, they doctored time, like on text, on like messages between New York Times and I guess her publicist or something. It's so fucking crazy. And you're like, and thank God a content creator figured it out, because she's like, wait a minute, that actually was done all the way back in October. I know can read metadata, like, and we're like, what the fuck? She was trying to do this way back then, and they lied and said it started in December when it started like October, and that was before. Oh, I don't even know, before like the dancing seats or something, before something that made it look really fucking bad, like. So if this was at this time, then this means this is complete bullshit. I forget which one it is because there's so much. But like, I didn't even care about this case until literally his stuff came out, and I was like, oh, she's Amber Heard. You could see Amber Heard all over again. And you're like, and it's so addictive. I'm so addicted to this right now.
I thought there would have been a Amber Heard in the first place for there to be a 2.0.
No, man, I wasn't. After trial was over, it was amazing to watch. That was the best thing I ever saw in my life. And I need another one. Like, I would rewatch it again just because it's so fucking good.
Really long wish I could have ever had an episode like that.
I just don't know how Blake Lively. I hope that Justin hires that same chick that Johnny Depp had. That chick, I forget.
That lady was good.
Oh, I wish she'd hire her, because this is crazy. This is like when Amber Heard said that she was essayed or raped when he had a broken hand. He had he had, I don't know, metal in his hand or something like that, and then he was supposedly doing all these other things to her at the same time. And she's like, how did he? It's impossible. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's these kind of lies. Like that's not even, and there's actually a scene that has Mike hooked up, and she didn't know that the mic was hooked up. It was supposed to be a collab, you know, something with just music and them dancing in a bar and then making all these, like, you know, talking to each other. Well, she didn't know it was mic'd up, and she thought it was just audio or just visual, whatever, dancing, whatever. So literally you can hear them talking, and it's nothing. He said all this fucked up shit in this scene because it was no, you know, they couldn't hear them. So she thought that there was no way that there was a mic. Dude, he's like, what do you mean? I'm the director. I have the audio.
Yeah.
And it was really this happening. They're like, whoa, my God, what did you think? How did she lie? Like, I was
way.
That was the first thing. I was like, oh my God, that's bad. And then I was like,
Maybe they're skinwalkers and they don't have any idea that this is this is not gonna fly.
They're on the most benevolent. We're on the most benevolent timeline. I don't know which one they're on, but we're on the benevolent one. We're
on the most benevolent timeline, people.
We come in and we go on it. We're always on it. And these people are on a complete. Which one was Amber Heard on? That was 3 years ago. She's on the 2019 timeline or 2021 timeline, because shit like this don't fly anymore. Everything you say stays on the internet. You can't, you know, there's probably Mike. That whole movie was probably Mike. She cannot get away with saying certain people did certain things. His best friend, he hired his best friend to be the gynecologist, and and all I had on was a little towel covering me. I was naked. It was a freaking actor. It wasn't his best friend. It was some actor, like a really good one. She said that, he touched me. Oh my God. Like, it's so,
He touched me and I
He
liked
tried to
it.
kiss
And
my
now I
neck,
want to
grab
report
my
it. I
arm.
want to report that I liked the way he was touching me in my mind because he wasn't touching me, as it turns out. There's an eighth housewife, even on their set, and they rewound the
Yeah, her
footage.
friggin' whatever her her altered personality is the eighth housewife because this
Yeah.
bitch is not living in reality, and I don't know how Ryan Reynolds can live with somebody like this because who cares what the fuck he does to her? She does to him. She just lied through her. He's got to look at this. How can he not? If he doesn't look at this and say, "My wife is a sociopath and I got to divorce her," he's one too. Because how
Yeah.
can he even look at her the same every day now?
There's like till death do you part, and then there's till my wife is a sociopath. Okay.
Yeah, it's my lying ass wife had me fucking ruin another man's career because she's a fucking a liar, and a freaking accuser, a
I
liar.
wonder is he say so? Did he say anything to the effect of, because how she acted in my mind is like somebody who threw herself at him and he rejected her, and now she's like preempting his ability to say that by saying all of these things happened to her so that she's more of a victim than he is because he didn't want to get down like that. Because you said he has a wife and kids, right?
They both have a baby. They both have
Yeah.
kids. Like she just had a baby. He has a kid, a wife, and a little child. He is the nicest. Look, he was the nicest guy. He was so kind. He took her bullshit because he's a nice guy and he wanted the movie to get made. He had money and he's the director. So it got to with the production. They have messages between production and how about complaining about the things she was doing on set. She's trying to take over before the lawsuit came out. Like, you know what I mean? So there's proof that she was the fucking problem the whole time. And a lot of people lost, like, will never be able to work. It's like the production company, she fucking she fucked over, lying to him. I mean, it's just I can't even believe that there's.
Well, she must have done it as soon as she got on set. If she's been messing with him this long,
I don't know. Like
then in my mind, she may have allegedly
fell for him.
I said, threw herself on him. He rejected her, and now
Well,
this is
the
some
movie scenes
crazy behavior for no
I don't
reason.
know. Well, there's literally every time they've been together. Is that Dustin? Dustin, I gotta mute you because I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on over there.
I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute, but I do apologize.
No. What was I saying? What did I just say? Oh no! Every time that they were together, sex scenes or dancing, if somebody else was there, nobody. There was always so they were never alone together ever, like ever. They were never in her trailer one time, and there's a text message saying, "I'm just pumping. You can come in. We will go over our lines." And I believe the one other actor was there too. So she was pumping. She was completely covered. She tried to say that he walked in on me and was staring at my boob, and I feel so uncomfortable. And it's like you invited him there, and like honestly, like it's so wild how she lied.
Wow,
they were never alone together. So
that's a dangerous bitch.
She
Oh
must
my
have
gosh,
the sex scenes or something. I don't know. They have a lot of text messages, a lot, and they're not
you know
bad.
what a pervert he would have to be ogling and sexualizing her openly in her face like that while she's breastfeeding. And
and literally saying like he added different sex moves in for the sex scenes. They had a sexual coordinator person. They hired one of those people, I guess, that coordinates that. It's for movies. I don't know. I knew they had them things. She didn't want it. She literally, first of all, she didn't even read the book about the movie. So she was completely like, I don't know why she wouldn't have read the book. That's embarrassing because you need to know who the character is that you're playing. You can read the movie script, but if people say the book, I mean, I don't know, to me, whatever. She didn't come off as the character was supposed to be. It just was a flop. And it was her edited version. I don't know why. I want to see his version because they know that there's a lot of other actors that were involved that came to screenings and they said that there's so much stuff, Larja. It is so crazy how bad this is. Because all these other actors, whether they were there for she would show them the movies and they would say, oh, we like Justin's better, and then all of a sudden they changed their mind. I don't know. She shouldn't have had any access to any of this. She was just a fucking actor, not a director, not nothing. But she inserted herself.
Weird, huh?
It's very strange. Why would you want to steal the movie? So she could control a narrative to make sure she doesn't have the bad reputation, but she did. I don't know how she could have turned the reputation around. The things they complained about were not what she said about him. So doing this to me is like crazy.
Right.
Like
well,
we're trying to
if this is what it is, then it's crazy.
Like it's not to steal the movie because why would you're worried about sexual harassment? Why you're literally trying to ruin his career because you want to steal a movie? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you decided that he didn't want you, and I don't know, maybe Ryan read messages about you saying to your best friend, "Oh, he's really hot. I like when he talks." I don't know, something, because Ryan acts like in that movie scene that he wants that she wants to be with the other guy. It's like, huh? That wants to be with Live? Like what? So you believe that Blake wants to be with Justin? That's what it seems like in that little clip of Deadpool that he made. And to me, Ryan's still joking around. Because why would he actually believe that? I don't know. I wish he would like come out and say like what he thinks about all. I don't know. They're trying to get all this evidence away, like taken away, so we can't see it. But it's already seen. The genie's out of the bottle. They wanted
genie's out the bottle.
Really we have this like removed, and then we would. What are we going to unsee it? We can't unknow it or unsee it. It's like that. What you were so worried about is what we're now everybody in the world has seen. I saw somebody had like some million friggin' views of like just the shit about how fucked up this is.
Right? Can I have my brain cells back, please?
I mean, seriously, what the fuck is happening? I smoked so much pot today, and I'm not even that dumb. I mean, it's 8 o'clock here. Oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. I never see 10 o'clock, guys.
Well, I'm gonna go in 4 more minutes at 7 o'clock my time for Shirley.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Going live?
Oh, it's 7. I got a meeting.
Oh,
I got a meeting at 7.
Are you going live? I had a hard time going live.
Well, I went live earlier about the Married to Medicine of it all.
Oh,
yeah, it was so good. Oh my God, Quad is a mess. Quad is a petty mess, and it was brilliant, and it was awesome. And she gave the new wife like such a run, but then, oh my God, I think we might have witnessed a form of DV, you guys. I think that the eighth house, the fifth housewife, the eighth one, no, the eighth housewife, the eighth one is the camera person, So the eighth housewife,
or the production, or the showrunner,
Dr. G, poking the new wife with like they have these whiteboards to write down the answers to the questions, like they're on the Newlyweds, right? And so they were asking how many times did they have sex in a week, and they were like 2. But when we're doing the fertility, then it's more. And then Quad and Hen ended up getting into it, and Dr. G started yelling, and then he turns to the new wife, Sweet Tea, who I call
Sweet Tea, yeah.
He turned to Sweet Tea and started yelling at her and poking her with the whiteboard in front of like 8 other men that just sat there.
Saying what to her? What was he yelling at her about? Like me?
Why are you talking to her? Stop talking to her. I told you this was, but he was like so mad and riled up by Quad.
What was her reaction?
Oh my God. She was
Did she cower? Did she look scared? Did she look like she did?
No, she was just trying to play it off mostly.
So it probably happens all the time then.
Like he's poking you with this board very aggressively. It was highly aggressive, you guys. And Quad has said that that's what she went through. That's why she left his marriage, right?
Did she ever say that she went through it with him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She already said she went through it with him.
Yeah. Wow.
So for him to do that in front of 8 other men, can you imagine what she must be going through? When
and like
only the 2 of them?
I know. Oh wow. Oh,
that's so scary.
I don't watch the show, but I really like them. I've seen them like on. I like the fact that they all were talking at one point. They were that they, the new wife and the old wife, weren't they all cool at one point?
Yeah, like, and it was a beautiful, like they were having a kind of kinky shade. It was a lot of shade and mess, but the ladies were handling it. And then he got so mad after she said her and her new man have sex 15 times a week, you guys.
Oh, that's what's in it.
Yes, her new man looks like he has wood all day. Okay, he is chopping wood. Okay.
Oh my God, there's a new.
Easy 15, easy 15, and so he was all in the back talking about 2.
Oh my.
And then he worked himself up into a frenzy and flipped out. It was crazy.
I mean, wow. So what? You think he wants to be with her back with his ex-wife or no? Or do you think it's just
he's so jealous? He was so jealous. It was like he got, you know how like when you were somebody like, do you know how like your scent is them, like they have your scent, right?
Yeah.
And so it was how they were sitting. Like if a breeze came and he caught a scent of his old Quad, what his pillow used to smell like, he knows she was the one that got away. She left him because he was so, what he is. She said verbally and physically, she was going through it with him. And the show hasn't really let that play out though. They haven't really even let her mention it. So this was the first time she was mentioning it, and with her new man present in front of the guy that did it, and the new wife was like, he wanted to divorce you. And she's like, no, he didn't, darling. And he's like, I wanted to work on it. I did. I tried to work on it.
He did. He didn't though.
Yes,
right.
Said that.
But he didn't try to work on it. That's bullshit, right?
No, he did. He did. Like he messed up. He cheated.
He did try to fix
his version of work at it is like it wasn't acceptable. Put it that way.
Okay. So he really wasn't fucking working. Okay. He's in his mind. It's all her fault. It's all her. Yeah.
Right. It's all her fault. Yeah.
She tried. Yeah. He tried. It didn't work.
So he worked himself up into a frenzy, y'all.
Oh man. So does the new husband get involved or no?
Well, the new husband, I thought that they're not husbands yet, but she did sit in front of Greg and say she wanted to have his babies and all that stuff because she wasn't trying to have Greg's babies, right? So but he was so understanding and patient. He was like, well, she has some things that she needs to work out and she just needs to work them out. And I'm just going to be here for her. Like he was so patient and kind in all of it. He wasn't being like, quiet, don't. And he wasn't like jealous that she was processing in front of a group of people, which was the last place he had her looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? So now here she come with her new chocolate and he gets to wear his shirt open and he had like a 12-pack. He reminded me of my husband. He had that 12
They had like a mutual friends party of the day that ended up being there, I guess, together to make. How did they end up doing this? All of them doing this game together.
Okay. So they're on a couples trip. And the couples trip, this first event is hosted by Dr. Heavenly, and they're doing a couples like question. So how many dates did you go on before you sealed the deal? How many times do you have sex in a week? And that's kind of where those questions that got answered.
Well, this sounds like a game. These are the games that there's freaking production producers or showrunners give them to play. We know these games. This is the game they play to get people in a fight, so they get production, it gets content, so they can go home.
Right.
They can ruin people's lives to go home because they're filming all day. They're getting nothing but good stuff, and they're like, these people are actually friends. I don't want to fight. Let's give them a game to play. Let's get them drunk at dinner and say, let's play a game.
Oh my God! And they had strong rum because you know how sometimes rum at the resort be a little weak. This rum was very strong. Quad was on one with her rum in her coconut cup. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. He had such a fit. His head was literally smoking, you guys. His head was literally smoking.
I have to watch this one. Because I started watching, I was watching the old seasons. I'm like, and then I was so much for me to get caught up. I stopped again. I'm like, I'll just start at season 5. And I'm like,
yeah, I would just start right here at this couples trip right here.
Okay. I'm like, wait, these people aren't there anymore. But then other people, then I'm like, well, now they're back, and I can't remember their names.
Well, like, you know what? Because if you start right now in season 11, episode 10, then you get Phaedra Parks with a new dude, and then if you watch season 11, episode 11 next week, you get Phaedra Parks and Apollo both with their new significance. And there's going to be a little kerfuffle. There's going to be a little kerfuffle on the beach.
Who's Apollo with? Who's Apollo with?
Apollo has a new wife, Shireen.
And she's on the
show? Phaedra brings somebody on the trip that she knows Apollo, thinking Apollo wasn't going to bring his wife.
Why would he not bring his wife?
Because out of respect, because Phaedra, it was something. He was like, oh no, he asked her to come, but she wasn't going to come. And now that Phaedra has this dude with him, now he's like, of course I'm bringing my wife. So
I want to see this. I got to see this because I love him.
So that's going to be next week, you guys.
Yo, Apollo is fucking gorgeous. Apollo is gorgeous.
Yeah. They have some gorgeous. They have like 4 6-packs for you to choose
I need to
from
see him.
now.
I need to see Apollo again. I was very upset that he left.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be back next week.
Oh my God, I can't believe she got herself on the show again with a fake boyfriend, doctor boyfriend, huh? Or something.
Oh my God, right?
Didn't she do this in what's it called? Real Housewives? What was she on the other one too? She's like, I thought she was on the other Housewives up in UK. Wasn't she? Oh no,
Dubai.
Dubai. Was she on Dubai?
Yeah, she went over
I
to
think she was on
Dubai.
Dubai, Kristen.
She is a freaking nutcase. This one gets around, doesn't she? She gets around. Phaedra. I love her,
Well,
but Phaedra.
okay. I have tea on Dubai. So the
Oh.
reason Phaedra Parks got to be on Real Housewives of Dubai was because one day Chanel Ayan and Caroline Brooks's phone went off, and it was Phaedra Parks talking about wanting lunch. And they were like, sure. She's like, I'm coming to Dubai. They were like, great. She gets to Dubai, and at lunch, she's like, do you guys think you can get me on the show? And they were like, well, yeah, sure. You know, you're iconic. So they got her on the show, right? So then Phaedra Parks left the show because she was only on a couple of episodes. And remember, that's when she was calling Real Housewives of Atlanta the Titanic. Remember, she was calling it the Titanic, right?
Yes.
Right. So that was that same time period. So then she leaves that show, and then didn't she do Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip? And then
Traders or something, right?
Yeah, and then Traders, the same time she's doing Married to Medicine.
Yes, she's
so this is all Bravo Peacock. But then
I
she
said
gets
her the body carrier.
Right? So now she's glowing up and she's getting interviewed, and they're like, oh, who's the worst housewife ever? And she's like, oh, the ladies of Dubai. Yes. And
she's
a sneaky, snaky.
She got on. She's
over here on Married to Medicine. How she got to be on Married to Medicine was she called Quad. She said, Quad, do you think you could get me on the show? So then Quad helped her get on the show. So then she spent her time between seasons going to HR and trying to get Quad kicked off the show.
What? Wait a minute. Is she a doctor of anything? Is she a doctor or no?
Well, she said after the doctor that she was allegedly dating had to be blurred out. She said she was a Reiki specialist, remember? And Reiki is a real thing. I love energy work.
There you go. Dr.
She said she was a Reiki specialist.
Okay. She's a okay. All right, there. She's a
mortician is a doctor in a different kind of way.
Yeah, she's like a spirit doctor. She's a whispering doctor. She's a etheric doctor, etheric doctor. You know, she uses her special power.
Ethereal.
Yeah. Ethereal. There you go. She's on the ethereal. Yeah. So that's how she got there. She's Dr.
So she did one Reiki session with Dr. Heavenly last season to show that she does medicine.
Is it real?
And but now she's like totally off Dr. Heavenly too.
Well, it's good because literally, like, honestly, with Phaedra though, with Phaedra, she wants to learn something. She'll do like, look what she did. She got her degree, then she went and learned how to be like a funeral person. Like, she's really like smart, but like, I can see her get her something real fast. I'm gonna go do this real fast. You know what I mean? She can get that shit done. She's like a fucking doctor. You know, I do give her that. Like, sometimes people just bury their bodies and they use that's their, you know, or she's sucking Andy's dick. I don't know. Did I say that? I don't know. Something.
Right?
Sometimes
you just bury the bodies. You need shirts made, bumper stickers, something.
I mean, literally. And then let's like Bravo. It's like, we're on the outside looking in, right? We're like, hello, we keep you relevant, fuckers. Knocking on the window. Hello.
Yeah.
And
and you're all there and it's warm. And we're getting rained on, and the dog just peed on our leg, and they're living high on the hog that we helped
the biggest stick in the room, Heather. You got the biggest stick in the room. Make sure you fucking act like it. And it's like, hello, we hate that. We don't like that. And you're just doing it anyway.
You know, only thing about ladies,
we're the ex-husbands and ex-wives.
Right.
We
the only thing about
what? Sorry.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But do you think so? Do they have an actual court date for this Blake Lively situation?
You're gonna die. We got to figure out something. It's May 26th of 2026.
Oh wow!
I'm like, are you? We're like, no
justice. I thought justice was supposed to be swift.
There is no way we're gonna wait that
right to a speedy trial.
We're literally gonna lose it.
What's going on?
Well, there was a hearing today. Right, there's some kind of hearing to see she could be deposed, and somebody on Twitter went and actually got it, and then like was doing a play-by-play on Twitter of what was happening. They're trying to depose her, which would be amazing if they could get her deposed, because then she's got to answer. I mean, she's got to answer all the questions because she can't say she can't remember because she's alleging things. It's oh my god, it's crazy. So anyway, so yeah, I don't know. They're gonna figure out a way either to speed it up because we're not gonna wait that long. We're crazy people out here. We are like losing our minds over this. We can't wait that long. Like, could you imagine all the shit that we can find in the amount? Like, they better get a speedy trial because we can find a lot more shit probably. The content creators are picking up shit like that. Maybe I'm sorry, like Justin didn't even see like the friggin' timeline thing. That blew up the whole friggin' thing again because content creators saw it and we're like, wait, that's not making sense. That metadata is not right because we see it every day. We know, you know what I mean? We know what the timestamps look like when then it's not the real, you know what I mean? Just shit like that. And it's like, oh my God, like they leave this, let's keep this out here for that long. We're going to fucking make it. This is going to get really bad. We'll literally content creators will be like in the background. Don't forget about this. Don't forget about that. We saw this. You know what I mean? It's been like a freaking, it's fun. I don't know meditate. I mean, I don't pay attention to my times anymore, but like, I don't know how I could like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like if I knew that I could get caught, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what was going on in her brain. Like I need to know the logic behind this because it's like when a housewife goes on a show and they're fucking committing a fucking crime and like, like what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Who's not doing the vetting? So who's in charge of not vetting these people? Because who doesn't somebody who's about to be on the TV enough to know that there's not an indictment coming down?
I mean, Jen Shaw's hers was 5 years. They were looking at her first. I think she was like 5 years that they were watching her. But like the part 5 years before that, her whole fucking company, the director, was getting in trouble. So she was doing this, and then she was told not to do it 5 years prior. She found a way around it and did it anyway. She mocked the judge. She mocked the courtroom, basically. Like for her to turn around and do the same thing the judge told her absolutely not to do, she does it anyway and has to go back in there and like she could just like this, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. You knew that the fucking shit was going to come out, or like what I guess it's called deposition, or whatever, and it showed how much you lied and how much you like were lying to everybody. And it's like, how could you even look at yourself after that? How could you look at your husband after that? You ruined our lives. She had to wake up every morning. Think about Jen Shaw had to wake up every single day of her life, look at her kids and husband, and make a decision to lie through her teeth and just possibly destroy her entire life, their life, her life, their lives. And she did it anyway. Every fucking day she had to make that decision. That's fucking evil. People think, oh, she just robbed old people. No, she ruined her fucking family's life, and she made the decision every day to do it. She didn't have to do it. So that's a fucking like her parent. I don't think her kids want anything to do with her. And like Blake Lively, like you're now waking up every day, like making a decision to ruin another man's life and like lying to your husband again. Like who knows what the fuck goes on in their house? She got a baby. Like Ryan's probably like, holy shit, I like my wife. I don't know. How could you look at this any other way, Ryan? That's what I need to know. But all right, it's late. I'm rambling, and nobody wants to come up and talk about it.
Well, you know, I don't know that there's something to talk about, really. I mean, when you choose most benevolent timeline, that's part of why this is so fascinating to us. That this mind is so, it's fascinating that a person's trying to be so diabolical in real life.
Oh my God, yes. I have a theory, real theory. Okay, you know how like we're on the most benevolent timeline, so we're raised up a little higher, our vibrations raised higher, right? So maybe we look at things like that, and when we say things that are logical and point them out because we see it from our perspective, it sounds like wah 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 to them. Their vibrations. So that's why I thought they don't get it. They're like, oh well, you know, I'm gonna do this. And we're like, no, don't you see this? And they hear wah 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 because our vibrations up here and they're still down here. So it's not their fault. It's not their fault.
That is so true.
That's why when we try to explain ourselves, yes, we try to explain ourselves why things hurt us, and they're like, "What?" They don't get it. We're like, "Forget it. I'm higher raised." You just hear womp 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 when I talk. That's why it's not making sense to you, and you're still fucking around. You're fucking around and finding out. And I'm like, "Hello, do you not see what like how fucked up this is?" Like you're right. It's very fascinating to us because we're like, "Wow, people still act like that." Man, thank God we jumped up on there. Like, thank you, President. I'm sorry. Thank you. Like I want to stay up here. I'll stay on this timeline up here. The one that when they missed the bullet missed, that's the timeline I'm staying on. And the one that man was elected, that's the timeline I need to stay on. And then the one where this bitch was fucking crazy. This happened when Biden was in office. So we're gonna have to blame that too. So now that Trump's in office, she's being exposed. Doesn't it make so much sense? We said 2025, everything's gonna come to light. Well, guess what? This came to light. She got exposed.
A lot of things are coming. A lot
Yep.
more things are on the way.
Still not on our timeline, but
Yeah.
all right. I love you.
I love you too, darling. Thanks for having me out.
I know.
I
I
will
was so
talk to you
conflicted today.
later.
I will see you later. Wednesday, why don't you join me for Beverly Hills? If
Oh
you're
yeah, for sure. Because I saw that freaking thing and Erica Jane turns to Doritos and Doritos is like, well, if I have to fight, I'll just go to war. And she's like, nope, don't do that. Just, you need to talk to me. And then she said, well, I have to know if there's either something to fight for or a chance or something like that. And Erica says, he doesn't want you.
Oh my God, it's so true though. That Erica's fucked up, but like I said, if Erica stays like this fake Erica she's being to me, I don't know if it's real. I can fuck with this one. I don't want if she fucks around again, then that's on her. Like I waved the white flag arguing about the other shit because she's obviously not going anywhere, and we need one logical, normal person on that cast. So not normal, but like appears. I'll say appears to be normal as acting. She's acting, but it's fun.
Right.
It's not pissing me off. It's I mean, I have enough of them to piss me off. You know what I mean? Like enough of them activate me, even though none of these people are people or our problems. But hey,
yeah, no, it's like we're just we get a little when the things are fascinating to us. We're like, ooh, look at the lights, and then we go on. So this
it
is just a pit stop in crazy town.
Joe Giudice. Oh my God, Joe Giudice. That's fascinating as fuck. How that line? He's still stuck. I'm so glad obviously he's stuck on that old timeline where that's where everything was believed, where everybody believed him. He believed all that shit. And I'm literally saying, like, again, am I crazy? Because here you go. Don't believe me. Here's the truth. Just look at it for yourself. It's in black and white. That's not about believing me or Joe. Here's what he said, and here's what actually happened. Okay.
Yes.
And everybody's like, huh? And then it sounds like wah 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 to them. I'm like, it's in fucking black and white. Why does nobody see what I see? And I'm like, I forgot.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, I feel like that all day.
Yes. People are like, huh? I'm like, forget it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why people just don't get out. Like where my feelings
Well, Charlie Brown's parents to somebody. You remember the parents in Charlie Brown, the cartoon?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, they would be like on their way out the house and be like, Mom, I'm going to play with da 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 da. And all their parents would say was wah, 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 wah,
yesterday, I'm telling you, I experienced it either yesterday, the day before yesterday. I was at my family member's house and I was helping my family member do something. And me and this family member were talking about what makes me, sets me off and and we're trying to figure out some situation that we had recently where it's very confusing for I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what I felt like. I had to have been going wah 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 because I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck. Like, I'm so confused why you don't see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I feel like a crazy. And I called Mimir crying. I said, I don't understand. I don't know how they don't. It's English. I'm speaking English, right? Am I saying logical words? Am I speaking sentences?
Dude, was that a whole sentence I just said?
Huh?
So you understand this part, but when I say da 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 da, you don't understand that part.
Yeah, that part you're like that part you get confused with, and it's like wow, wow, wow. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home now, and then don't say in 6 months I don't talk to you. There's a reason I don't talk to you. You don't seem to want to acknowledge my feelings or get what the fuck, and I'm not gonna fuck around with your feet. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like with this person, like it's just, this person needs to get out of your life and my life, and he's a fucking piece of shit. And I'll just it's. I wish I could just call him out right the fuck now, but like I just cannot even. Like I just can't. I don't get it. Like why are you still like wah go please go. I can't do it because I'm not trying to be like I can fuck up all by myself. I can fuck around all by myself.
I can do bad by myself.
Like I don't have enough fucking issues to fucking fight. I don't need any more. All right, I love you. Thanks for listening.
I love you,
Dustin.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for having me on.
Dustin, sorry. I just, how sometimes I tell Dustin, I'm sorry. I do this to him sometimes. I'm like, guys, I'll just keep going on. I'm like, oh my God, Dustin's here. Dustin! He's like,
I'm okay.
I'm just letting you talk.
Hello, Larja. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm excellent.
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Everything's
good over that way?
Do what?
Everything's good over that way?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm getting better. But I'm doing okay right now.
Right on.
Hanging in there.
Right on. Is it cold or hot where y'all are?
Well, it's cold right now. Well, I mean, it's warm right now, but it's supposed to get cold again.
Like 50s, 60s. Well, Dustin, like 40s and 50s where I'm at. about the same with you.
Well, let me tell you what the temperature is right now.
We had snow on the ground last week.
Temperature is 42 right now, but it's supposed to be
About
colder.
the same here, yeah. It's like it's that weather where you don't know what you wear. Like I was hot with long sleeves, but like I don't know. It's that kind of weather where it's like a little bit warmer. You're like, I don't know.
It's supposed to have freezing rain. It's supposed to have freezing rain by Saturday.
Oh God,
Mine is 30.
Oh yeah, she's in the friggin'. She's like in Alaska. It looks like Alaska now. That is cold. After like, I think after a certain degree, it doesn't feel colder.
By this Saturday, it's supposed to be 33 degrees in freezing rain.
Come here, mom. Come here. Say goodbye to everybody.
It's 56 now, but it feels like it's that whole thing. I'm like, just say that it's the temperature it feels. It's that time of year again, people.
I needed this.
I'm like, I don't know why they're trying to confuse the system.
Ain't no wonder why people have so much bad allergies right now.
I mean, listen to this. Listen to this. I just covered all of my beds, my flower beds, and my all that stuff because I have to put mulch on them to keep them warm in the winter, the ground, right? So they grow back. So they don't usually start growing back till like May, maybe the end of April. I get to my parents' house the other day. Her fucking garden, they're starting to sprout already. She's like, this weather is fucking them up. Yes. I'm like, if mine, I gotta like, I can't have them like grow now. They'll freeze again. I'm like, this weather's crazy. We have really definitely flipped over our globe wherever we're on. we have definitely like we're starting.
Global warming is definitely real.
I know.
There's
climate change. They didn't call
climate changing.
Yeah, climate change. They call climate change now, not global warming.
But
now
it's called global warming.
Let me ask you a question. Ask you a question. If the world is not flat, why in the middle? It's why the bottom of the ocean is the coldest there is. Why is they say that the middle of the Earth is the hottest part of the planet, right? So then why is the bottom of the ocean so cold?
Wow, that don't make no sense.
Because we're not on a fucking globe.
Yeah.
Now they know that hello. Why is the bottom of the? I'm like, wait a minute. That's basically the middle of the. I think we're on a flat plane, and I don't want to talk about this, but like I feel like we're on a.
I know how you feel.
Or something, or we're all in dimensions anyway. It's all dimensions, and it's actually nothing. It's nothing. It's all
I know is that if we are on some kind of disc or some kind of spherical something that could have us all in our houses that hover above the ground. So if it shakes, if there's a tsunami, even just for regular safety, like if you could have your abode be able to lift so many feet up off the ground and you and your family could be secure. Wouldn't that be excellent? And right next to your Jetson car? Like what the fuck?
Yes.
Where's my Jetson's car? It's 2025 already.
I want
Where's
a fire.
my Jetson car?
I want a fireproof house, and I want it to be round. I saw these things, a fireproof round house, like I look like a bungalow. I don't know. I saw these like bungalow looking things they can build. They're cheap too. I want a fireproof house because how the hell do we not have them yet? Because what happened in California freaks me out, right?
Also, if you buy something $1 million and it's not even fireproof, really,
there's planes falling out of my sky. Okay,
fireproof everything from now on, and steel structures. Fuck the
plywood. I don't know if I don't know.
I want steel I want the foundation in steel, and I want the freaking main beam steel, and I want the outside to be fully fireproof with sprinklers attached to my roof as a basic. That's what needs to happen.
I don't know if I would want to fly. I don't know if I would want to fly with all these stuff going on with the fly, but there's one reason why I'll fly, and I won't say it on here. But I just don't know if I'll ever fly.
Listen. I don't know. After what flew out of the sky over here, you saw the plane that just went. It literally came down like a missile about 20 minutes.
It didn't look like a plane compared to I'm gonna say it. That didn't even look like a plane compared to or a helicopter compared to the thing that we unfortunately had to see.
Larger. There's pieces of it, like it's crazy because it looked like it exploded before it hit the ground, and there's pieces of it everywhere. Like you could see
it exploded before it hit the ground. That's crazy.
I think that there's a big crater too, and there's a guy missing. One guy's missing still, and they think that he is in the crater. Like he must have got hit head. I don't know. He's missing. They've accounted for the other people. There's 7 people dead, but when it came down, and
there were 7 people on one helicopter.
No, there was 5. There was 6, and one on the ground was dead. It hit some underground line, and there was a missing person, and a lot of people, 22 people are hurt. But it chipped it hit a house first. It kind of like, I don't know, hit the house a little bit, like, and then it just went right into the ground, and like literally, it looks like a fucking crater. And when you look at like when it comes out, so many fucking videos of it. It's orange and purple smoke, but it looks like it fucking explodes. Yeah. It doesn't look like a missile. It goes down fast. Yeah. Like it's crazy. And I'm petrified to fly. I'm never gonna see you guys now. Like we're gonna have to teleport because
she's like, unless there's a train.
No way, man.
Like, I'll do a plane. And she's like, I'll do a train and an automobile.
No, I don't know. I don't even know about that. Like they gotta figure out if they must have like underground tunnels that like the ones that have like that thing that takes you anywhere in like 15 minutes.
Underground tunnels that go across the whole United States.
Well, like the ones that have like the train in it, like the train that's like really fast or something. It like gets you to like Japan in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If they really have them, that's what I don't know. I'm scared. Literally a plane just fell in the sky like 20 minutes from here. It could have hit my house. It could have killed. I'm just freaking the fuck out. Yeah. Planes fly my house every day. The airport's right across there. Like they're so low. It's like the low where you feel like you can touch them. That's how low they are.
We went from none to all in like 2 days, huh?
Everything that happened in January, isn't it crazy? January, we're like, we keep thinking things keep happening, and now we're just like, what's the next thing is going to happen? There's been something happening every fucking week since January started. Think about it. The Dior bags.
Well, I believe everything happens for a reason.
I know there's 2 things that happened in New Orleans. Think about it. Now nobody's talking about anything. I haven't heard anything about New Orleans. I haven't heard anything about the attack in Vegas. I haven't heard people talking about any of this. Any of the things that have happened to us that we got traumatized by again in January, where nobody's talking about them anymore. It's like, what the fuck? I can't. Listen, if everything has to happen to get it all out of here, to clean it all up and bring it all to light, so be it. But please, I'm trying to like, please, let's just transmute it all, because I feel like everything's happening and I'm like, okay, at least things are being exposed. Things are happening for a reason. They're going to look at FHA, and then maybe they'll look at the FAA or whatever. Things will change for us. I don't know. Monorails. I don't know what they're called. They're not even, there's conspiracy theories, so I don't know if they're real. All right, guys, I love you. I'm starving. I have no food. I got to go order it. It's so late.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Love you.
You guys. Love you.
Bye, everybody. You know all that.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Bye, Justin.
Bye. What's he gonna eat?
I don't know. It's so late. I have to figure out how I'm gonna get food. I have to order something. Nothing. But
DoorDash.
I don't know because it's late. Maybe. Probably. Okay. Like nothing's open, but I have to find something. All right, I love you.
All right.
I love y'all. Talk to you later. Mm-hmm. Bye, guys. Please smash all the buttons.
Bye.
Hi, Dustin. Please smash all the buttons and like content. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this. Dustin's as well. Dustin's on Jonathan's channel, but I think it's in the chat. It's in the chat. On Monday nights.
Yes.
Beyonce. All right, guys. Love y'all. Bye, Dustin.
Bye.